New Isuzu-MU-X 2024 versus Mitsubishi-Pajero Sport 2024 comparison. If you love the Isuzu D-Max Suda but need some extra boot space and seating for the family, then the MU-X is your ride. It's roughly the same price, so you don't feel like you're getting stung for needing those extra features either. It's got some competition with the Mitsubishi-Pajero Sport and new Ford Everest, as well as the Toyota Fortuner, but the four-wheel drive capabilities and family-friendly interior means the MU-X more than holds its own. I'm beginning to understand why Isuzu doesn't bother having any more than 2 horses in its stable. The Mitsubishi-Pajero Sport has a solid reputation as a very capable off-road vehicle, and it also functions well as a daily driver, without ever being truly exceptional. The top-spec GSR packs plenty of standard features on board, so, with the next Pajero Sport not due to arrive here until 2025, is the current generation 7-seater worth your consideration? Read on. Verdict. Isuzu has proven that you don't need a lot of horses in the stable to get things right, and the MU-X 4x4 LST is a horse I can back. It offers kid-friendly growing space, a roomy interior for parents, and a powerful engine. It also has just enough creature comforts to make it competitive against its rivals, but I would have liked to have seen a few more scattered throughout for the price tag, especially in that third row. While the driving is pretty solid, the ride isn't as refined as it could be, but my family really enjoyed the MU-X this week and it earns a solid 8.0 out of 10 from us. The Mitsubishi-Pajero Sport is a very capable off-road vehicle, and it also functions quite well as a daily driver. And in top-shelf GSR guys, it has plenty of standard features on board. This 4WD wagon is infrequently outmatched when faced with serious 4WD challenges, and even though the whole package is feeling more than a bit dated, the Pajero Sport still represents a decent value for money option in an increasingly expensive car market. At 1825mm tall, the MU-X has clear SUV proportions, but urban drivers need not stress because, at 4,850mm long and 1870mm wide, it's still accommodating in a tight car park. The nose is nicely tapered and accentuated by a large chrome grille with black highlights and sharp LED lights. It's very similar to its stablemate, the D-Max, but the addition of the boot doesn't compromise its curbside appeal. There are no sharp blocky-looking edges on this, and while handsome, it doesn't prance to announce its presence. There's a subtlety to its styling that should see it age well. The interior has soft touch points throughout that are mixed with a nice combo of trims to make it feel refined, but it is let down by flimsy/plasticky sun visors and door paneling. SUV wagons based on Utes, Ford Everest, Isuzu MU-X et al. All share a similarly inoffensive generic kind of look. The Pajero Sport is easy enough on the eye. The interior is roomy with decent leg and headroom available to front and middle row passengers. The side steps made it easy for my 6-year-old to get in and out without my help, always a plus, and the high ride ensured a good view for him this week. Storage throughout is adequate for an SUV of this size, but the middle console and drink bottle holders could be a little deeper and wider. The double glove box and hidden retractable cup holders in the dashboard are a highlight, though. I always like to have a powered tailgate, and the level load space of the boot made it very easy to slide gear in and out this week. The boot is very practical with 311L of space available when all rows are in use, but you can bump that up to a massive 1119L when the third row is flat. You can also knock it up again to a whopping 2138L with all back seats are folded down if you need it. Impressively, you also get a full-size spare tire too. The 9.0-inch touchscreen multimedia system is easy to use once you get used to it, and the built-in satellite navigation was a plus. It has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it was simple to get the connection going, but it did take a few minutes for the CarPlay to kick in once you started the car up. I prefer to see a 360-degree view camera on large SUVs like this, but the reversing camera in the MU-X is adequate and clear. The Pajero Sport is 4,825mm long with a 2,800mm wheelbase. It is 1815mm wide, 1835mm high, and it has a listed curb weight of 2,125 kilograms. Up front, the seats, power-adjustable driver and front passenger, are very supportive, with a nice wraparound feel to them. The steering wheel has paddle shifters for sporty shifting and it is reach and height adjustable. The dash and 8.0-inch touchscreen media unit are nicely integrated, but that screen is too small, and that'll be rectified somewhat with the likely introduction of a 9.0-inch screen in the 2025 Pajero Sport. In terms of packability, the Pajero Sport's cabin is quite narrow compared to most of its rivals, and there are plenty of other SUVs and 4WD wagons around that offer more room inside for people, gear and dogs. Boot space is a listed 131 liters with the third row seats in use, and there are power sockets and tie-down points in that rear space. Fold the third row out of the way and cargo space increases to 502 liters. With the second and third rows stowed away, there is a combined 1488 liters of cargo space. All in all, the Pajero Sport's interior is a functional space, but it's feeling a bit dated. For reference, the 2024 Triton will be 15 mm longer, 5,320 mm, with a longer wheelbase 3,130 mm, and 50 mm wider, 1,850 mm, than the current generation model. And with the 2025 Pajero Sport set to follow suit, that'll mean more space in the wagon's cabin for driver, passengers, gear and your dogs. The 2024 Triton's newly developed ladder frame chassis is claimed to have a 40% increase in bending rigidity and a 60% increase in torsional rigidity over the current generation. The upcoming Triton will also get a towing capacity boost from 3,100 kilograms to 3,500 kilograms, bringing it in line with its rivals. So, following on from the Triton's changes, the 2025 Triton-based Pajero Sport will be bigger, heavier, and with greater towing capacity. I've been driving the top-spec MU-X LST grade and it's priced at $67,400 before on-road costs. Isuzu currently has a national drive-away offer of $65,990 on this grade. It sits right in the middle, being almost $5,000 more expensive than the Pajero Sport, but $10,000 cheaper than the Everest. The price tag for the LST doesn't seem outrageous given the solid features list. A few highlights include the very comfortable leather seats, heated front seats and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There are some steel plate guards that provide extra underbody protection for those wanting to go off-road. I didn't go off the paved stuff, but check out Crafty's comparison review that will be published on the Easter long weekend for the 4WD specs. The vehicle I tested is also fitted with an optional towbar kit and electronic brake controller, which adds $2,079 to the price tag, but they're a handy addition for any true adventuring family. The MY23 Mitsubishi-Pajero Sport GSR has a recommended retail price of $65,440, excluding on-road costs, but our test vehicle also has premium paint, Terra Rossa, $200, electric brake kit, $689, towball, $41, carpet mats, $236, and towbar kit, $1,495, pushing its price as tested to $68,101, excluding on-road costs. Standard features include an 8.0-inch touchscreen multimedia system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, paddle shifters on the steering wheel, leather-appointed seats, power-adjustable and heated front seats, LED daytime running lights, multi-around monitor, dual-zone climate control, 18-inch black alloy wheels and a power tailgate.